Hello and welcome back to another episode of Project 638. I'm your host, Art Ratliff of the program. And on the program today, we have Chuck, Kirk, and Get Mad. Get Mad is an organization, of course, if you haven't seen the programs before, featuring Get Mad. They are a sober living program to help people get off addiction and recovery. By giving an hour a week to the organization and then giving an hour a week to God, they develop a cohesive plan relying on each other to recover from drug and alcohol addiction, amongst other things. I mean, these are real people in real life situations. Such a powerful organization that Chuck has out there, just loving these people, just bringing them in, just making them part of the family. And I'm telling you what, they are the most real bunch of people with the most real faith that you will ever meet. I mean, these people are just amazing. Because it's easy to have faith if you've been raised in faith all of your life. But if you've never had faith or never had an opportunity to develop a relationship with God, you don't even know what that is. And then all of a sudden you come through this just amazing, some of these stories are just amazing from these people. We need to bring you some more interviews. We don't have those currently, but we are working on getting them restructured into a new format for the program. But with Get Mad, I mean, it's just amazing. These people's stories are just wonderful. And some of them will tell you that God definitely has made a difference in their spiritual journey from addiction and alcohol recovery. Just amazing people there. I love them. I love all you guys out there at Get Mad. I love you, Chuck. You're an awesome leader. You're just an awesome person all the way around. And they are so lucky. Columbus is lucky to have a guy like you working and grinding and with a passion for the addiction and recovery groups, because we are losing more and more people to opiate addiction every day. Just turn on the news. You'll see it. Right now, the number's at an all-time high. It's at an all-time high. And one of the most prevalent cities for drug and alcohol addiction, right here in Dayton, Ohio. So what are we really doing? Are we making a difference in our communities? Are we showing love? Are we reaching out? Or are we just turning this into I'm a Christian and you're not, so I'm going to judge you because you're a sinner? Or are you reaching out to say, hey, God loves you and there's a better way? What are you doing? But anyway, I won't get into that. What we're going to do is go ahead and get into the program, because on today's program, kicking it off, we have Raphael with You Are. Then, of course, one of my favorite artists, Prophecy, coming with Tone Day Manai. Then we're going to go ahead and go over to Get Mad and see how they're doing things. Then after Get Mad, we have Raw Servant featuring Pyrex, Shut It Down. And wrapping up the program, we have James Garden with Complaining. Right now, we're going to go ahead and get into the program with Raphael and You Are.
You're the rock of my salvation.
Tú eres mi salvación.
And you're the strength of my life.
Y la fuerza de mi vida.
I'm glad God changed me. And now I used to be like this. Now everything is spiritual. And now I used to see like this. Walking through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll be facing the right, got my back to the left. And when it's 4th and inches, I let God be the ref. We don't live by bread alone, so I let God be the chef.
On this rock, will I stand? Lord, I put my trust in you.
In His time and everything is beautiful. Without God, it's like living in a cubicle. They try to put me on the backstage, but God put me on the front page.
Hey, let's go. You're the rock of my salvation. And you're the strength of my life, yeah. You're the blessed hope I search for. Jesus, you are. Jesus, you are.
Hey, ho. To the streets, to the hood, God loves everybody. Hey, ho. All the nations come together cause He loves everybody. Hey, ho. All God's people stand up, He loves everybody. Your voice and tone is my scripture. I open my eyes to a motion picture through turmoil. And it puts on a life. You held me high, you gave me life. Such a passion, a burning love. You held me down, you're my number one. Once was blind, now the truth is clear. Now my heart is open, I know that you're real.
You're the rock of my
life's obstacles. You look in my eyes and into my soul. Lord, I take a breath, and you know that I'm yours. You move so peaceful like the ocean rays, constant like a moment, like a palm tree sways. I wanna thank you for your amazing grace. With my hands held high, giving you praise.
You the rock of my salvation, and you're the strength of my life, yeah. You're the blessed hope I search for. Jesus, you are. Hey, ho.
To the streets, to the hood, God loves everybody.
Hey, ho.
All the nations come together 'cause he loves everybody.
Hey, ho.
All God's people stand up, he loves
Jesus, you
everybody.
are.
That was Raphael with You Are here on Project 638. I'm telling you, man, we have the most amazing music. Just like this next artist. This next artist is actually from Columbus, Ohio. Prophecy, powerful artist. He travels around all over the place, singing concerts, doing songs, getting involved in the Christian community, and making a difference in the youth. I mean, it's just an amazing ministry that Prophecy has. So right now, here is Prophecy with Tone Damon I.
Pox, you come with me.
Ain't no way the devil coming. Let's say like this. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Ain't no way the devil coming. Say like.
Yeah, he tells me I ain't worth a penny. Maybe that's why no one will defend me. Many hate, few and very few are really friendly. What's that devil? Go and get the Henny. Or the other bottle with tonic. Pressure in my brain, maybe that's why Pops is an alcoholic. So I gotta grow up, be a man, get down, speak up on the soul and never ever be up on it. Oh, when all the hypochondriacs and all the hypocrites and all the smart actors who just illiterate get together, formulate a plot, thinking God's not hearing it. Come on, man, not a little bit. That's when I know the devil's at work. Cause I know what this many people can hate from a church or a field where your man's at. But can't pray cause when you look, it's nothing but nubs or his hands at. See, when I walked, it was the nice, then accepted Christ, saying that he paid the price. Then I saw the light, it was shining bright, single candlestick, dark room, man, with the candlelight. But I keep on writing till I bring life through the pen and pad, that's the only other way, right? Keep the bigger picture in sight, wrap the fingers all the way around till your whole hand grip the sight. See, the devil thought he had a plan, yeah. See, the devil thought he had my hand, guiding me through every which way to a fake promised land that he never made with him to step and sink of sand, yeah. See, it's never okay to be in the same place, cause you never awake, then it's too late to try to replace what's already been placed. That's why you gotta turn around, stand up and say, turn them on night, turn them on night, turn them on night, turn them on night, turn them on night. Let's say it like this. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Ain't no way the devil coming. Let's say it like this. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Ain't no way the devil coming. Same way. Now I'm about to take it up to another level. Tell the truth, the whole truth about the devil. He's the first one to spread lies, break ties, first one to make a mother cry. I don't know why, but I do know that God saved me. Had me follow that long, straight and never ever since I was a baby. The devil tried to persuade me, drove me crazy. Stop loving God, boy, please, you couldn't pay me. Oh, now I'm about to tell her like it is, and the parents and the kids get the same type of message. No question, see the devil hates positivity. You drink it all up, call your lemonade, leave you empty. Now here's a new way, okay, to tell the devil no way. Jose, you gotta educate your mind all the time, otherwise you'll be the blind man sitting in the movie. Only a percent of y'all will get it, only a percent of y'all will be with it. Are you with it? Cause the devil come up with your head and he ain't stopping. I told you before, hit your body, leave you rocking, leave you in the manhole. It's so dark you can see the BDS of the gorillas of the Congo. That's why you can't listen though, but some of y'all folks out there don't wanna hear me though. See, the devil thought he had a plan, yeah. See, the devil thought he had my hand, got me through every which way to a fake promised land that he never made with him to step and sink of sand, yeah. See, it's never okay to be in the same place, cause you never awake. Then it's too late to try to replace what's already been placed. That's why you gotta turn around, stand up and say, turn them on night, turn them on night, turn them on night, turn them on night, turn them on night. Let's say it like this. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Ain't no way the devil come on. Let's say it like this. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Ain't no way the devil come on with the same lie.
All right, and that was Prophecy with Tone Damon Nye. I'm telling you, what a powerful song. Man, now to get you pumped up. You know, if you're not into the old school kind of Christian music, welcome to Project 638, man. We're bringing you the hottest Christian music from this day and age. I mean, it's just amazing. These artists are really just breaking open the Christian music industry. Just such a blessing to have them on the program. Now we're going to go ahead and move over to Chuck Kirk. Chuck Kirk, just an amazing person, just loves people. He just helps these people. I mean, it's so amazing just to go out to attend these meetings because, yeah, you know, you'll hear some stuff that you normally wouldn't hear in a spiritual gathering. But you got to think, man, he's dealing with the roughest of the rough. He's dealing with the people that come up through the hardest of the hard times that some of us will never experience. Sure, we have hard times. Sure, we've came through stuff. But the thing is, we've never had to live in abandoned buildings or under bridges or become homeless or lose our children or numerous other things that people experience every day. And these are the people that Chuck Kirk is helping. Helping them get their life turned around, helping them get educations, helping them get back in school, encouraging them in their daily walk, watching these people get houses, watching these people get cars, watching these people rebuild their lives. And that's what God is, man. God helps us rebuild our lives. That's what he does. A piece of God lives in each of us. And Chuck Kirk has definitely got in contact with that in the way he helps these people get back on their feet. Just an amazing, awesome program out there at Get Mad. So if you're struggling with drug addiction, if you're struggling with alcohol, get a hold of Chuck Kirk and get out to Get Mad. I mean, it's powerful, man. It is powerful. Because, hey, we all need to change sometimes. But nonetheless, so here is Chuck Kirk. I'm going to let him tell it, let him get into the program so you can see what Get Mad's all about. Here's Chuck Kirk and Get Mad.
It's 8:17, guys, on a Tuesday. I'm glad you asked because Deuteronomy 8:17 and 18 says, you may say to yourself, My power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms his covenant, which he swore to your forefathers, as it is today. So all these thousands of years later, we're in this beautiful sanctuary, right? To celebrate not developing spiritual amnesia. I'm glad you asked again. Spiritual amnesia is when you're in your jail cells, your treatment centers, your homeless shelters, or your mobile home known as your car, and we say what? Oh God, Mom or Dad, if you'll just get me out of this, I'll never do that again. To go right back out there, hang out with the same old clowns on the same old corners, doing the same old acts, making the same old decisions, hoping things change. And that, my friends, is the insanity of addiction, right? Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, hoping to get different results. It's not going to happen. We've all done it, right? I know I beat myself to death over and over and over again, thinking I could put a new twist to it, just a tiny spin. A new friend was going to save me from my next OMVI. You ever have the friend that's going to save you? Oh, we're ride or die. We'll do this together. We got to stay safe. We're going to stay safe. We're going to keep each other alive, right? Anybody have those am I by myself? I feel like I'm all alone for a minute. Some of you are looking at me like, get him up out of this sanctuary now before the ceiling starts falling in and flames start coming down out of the ceiling, right? So, but it's crazy, isn't it? We will almost tell ourselves anything in those moments, won't we? We'll settle for relationships we don't want to be in. We'll settle to hang out with people we really don't even want to be around. You know, that's the roughest part, isn't it? When you start getting engaged in that kind of stuff and you're like, here's where for me, and this is recovery month, okay? Just so you know. Everybody in? What's the color this month? It's about change, right? And for me, here's what happened. Here's what happened. The last time I physically was just full blown in the midst of the party scene. You know what I mean? House full of people like normal, coming and going. You know, I always like people to come to my house, right? Because if I leave those doors, there is it's like a thunderstorm, right? It's like a 99% chance I'm getting arrested. I promise. As soon as I get up off of my street, the average of me going to jail that night just kept increasing. Right? So, but I was sitting there for the first time ever in my life. The first time ever in my life. And I hope this happened to you because I want this to sink in. Because if this happens, this is where the miracle to me starts to happen. You were looking around that room. You had your normal amount that you usually kick it with, right? Because you're running at your house. You know, you got what you need for sure. You got these little party goers that show up to keep life interesting. But you're sitting there and you no longer are able to get high off of that. And you're looking around this room for the first time ever and you're going, what am I even doing here? I don't belong here. And then you try to, that's the fake it till you make it. Fake it in recovery till you make it won't work. That's a joke. But fake it until you make it at the party is working, right? Because we know how to do that. We know how to do that fake. We can still lie if we want. We can do whatever. We can go get more. I remember what I did was, here's what I told myself. I said, I don't really like alcohol or tequila, which I'm sure you can imagine, right? Cocaine, alcohol, and whiskey and tequila and me. Yeah, I'm getting arrested in the house now. So at any rate, right? So I convinced myself in that scene, and I can remember it's like, we got to get some whiskey in here, dude. This is not working. And I was trying to go to any length to prove that I was just a piece of shit, I guess. You know what I mean? Because I don't understand it. But if you've had that moment, is my point, I hope it resonates with you right now that there was strength in that. There was power in that. And you had the power to recognize that it no longer gripped you. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it was like, I still wanted to hold on to it, but I knew that it was kind of over. Does that make sense? So it's like a little moment, all right? So I hope that works for you. I hope that gets it started for you this month. We've got to reach out to anybody and everybody that we can. Ohio is crazy with numbers of overdoses right now. You know what I mean? Did you see the coroner report just released not even 5 days ago? In a 12-hour period, like they just found like 5. So now where they would just find 1 or 2, they're like just the whole car's dead. The whole car's dead. I mean, yeah, I forget what county. Somebody just shared with me today. Man, they found just all 4 of them's dead. 2 in the front seat, 2 in the back seat. They rode up on a car, 4 people's dead in it. So this is where we're moving with this thing. So I don't know where you are tonight. I don't know what Recovery Month means to you. I don't know what your sobriety really means to you. I hope it means something because this is obviously optional and you chose to come hang out with me for an hour and I appreciate that. I really do. And I hope you walk away with at least one little droplet of information that helps you. But I hope you get into the game, man, of recovery. I hope you stay in the game and I hope you take it serious. And I hope you go to any lengths to keep yourself sober and a sober support, just like we went to any lengths to get high. And hopefully, if that caused relationships to change, friendships to change, whatever has to change, this is your life. And for me, I had to make that decision. I got 5 kids that are looking at me. You know what I mean? So the decisions I make have to reflect on, would it be 5 I'm comfortable with? Am I comfortable with my kids knowing these choices that I'm making? And so far, I can comfortably say yes. I like this version of myself as I get more time under my belt better. I like the fact that my kids can look up to me. So if you're not there yet, don't worry. They're resilient. They outgrow the bad times. They outgrow them. When you start getting years under your belt and that time you put together, those kids they can't even remember. They won't even remember, all right? So just keep that in mind. All right, so who kept you clean and sober this week? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Now give it up for yourselves. You just added 7 more days, wherever you were last Tuesday to this Tuesday, you added 7 more days, right? And that's got to feel good. Now, do we have anybody, I know this is a smaller crowd, but do we have anybody moving up in church tonight? Anybody going, okay, so anybody green, going blue, hitting their 91 day? No? Anybody blue, going yellow? Come on, Bessie. Yes. Come on, Carrie. They're behind it. Take them off. Call me. She said, call me. Text first, though, okay? Don't be weird. Text first, all right? Got to make that first text choice. Then you can talk to me. You know what I mean? I got to get you on record first. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Okay, so do we have anybody now in the yellow shirts hitting their 1 year mark? Anybody going 1 year? New? Anybody going camo in our red shirts? We got some people getting close. Anybody getting close? Waggy's the close. You're getting close, aren't you? Jacob? Mark? Oh, okay. That's not that close, but just kidding. JK, LOL. All right. All right. Well, let's give it up for all the shirts, you guys. All right. So tonight, dude, you got to get off of me, man. You do. You got to get off of me, man. All right. So anyway, so here's the thing. Recovery Month. Everybody in? Right? Okay. So our homework for this month is to affect one person, okay? Is that cool? Is that too much to ask? Get one person on your team this month just to help them stay sober. Offer that to them, and if they don't take it, offer it to somebody else until you find somebody that says, I want to ride this month out with you, all right? This is open to the public, so you're welcome to bring them here. We'll shirt them up. We'll have some fun with it. Anybody that you can affect to stay alive this month and celebrate recovery, create awareness, and do that. That's what we want to do, okay? That's our first and foremost mission, all right? Second is, you guys ready to work on what we're going to work on this month for your word, right? What happens when you exterminate? Dominate. No. Kill goes with it, but... Destroy. Yes. What's another word? Who said? Did you whisper that in her ear? Don't you just love Jeff? Jeff's just such a hidden little secret back there, isn't he? Huh? Destroy. What's another word for destroy then, Jeff? No. Starts with an E.
Exterminate.
Close, close. Get our definition up, David. Eradicate. I did not hear that. You did not say that. Now, if you was that confident, wouldn't you have yelled that out? Huh? All right, so eradicate, my friends, is to destroy completely, put an end to. Put an end to. All right, so we're active in our addiction, right? We're not active in our addiction. We move to recovery, right? But when we move from active addiction to recovery, is it that easy? Is it simple? You don't just flip a switch, right? And be like, we say we're done. We say we're done, but again, insanity, life on life's terms, a lot of other things tend to happen to us, right? That make us question that statement. So, to destroy and put an end to, there was something, we got to go all the way back, okay? Because the party was long over. We talked about that in the beginning, right? So the party was long over in the beginning, and we knew it, right? I saw a few of you shake your head. Like me, I'm sitting there, and I'm going, this party is no fun no more. I'm going to fuel it with some more fire, if I will. But the reality set in, this ain't me. This ain't me. So the battle from active addiction to recovery begins, right? A lot of it, you know what? You know it takes a long time to get from that active addiction to recovery? One thing is education. I had no idea what AA was. I honestly didn't back then. I really didn't. I told my grandma, I was like, man, I said, Grandma, I did not believe that. I said, I'm becoming an alcoholic. And I said, I learned I'm about to go to AA. She said, the way you've been drinking and carrying on, you need triple A. Like that, you know what I mean? She wasn't sure what it was either. You know what I mean? Because my family's just blue collar people. My grandfather worked 31 years at South East Plastic. You know, he just went to work every day, didn't miss a day. He drank at home, and that's the way it goes. You drink at home and you apologize, and that's the way it is. You didn't know until you start suffering consequences, right? And we all had to suffer what? Consequences, correct? To get here. So, but what is it? But another thing that we do, I feel like we do, is we cross over, and then we leave a lot of baggage over there, don't we? We try to. We think we do. And then we get clean and we get sober, and we realize we didn't really fix anything, did we? We didn't really fix anything. And that's what's happening today. Today is we become somewhat of enablers to our own selves. We become unable to recognize and supposedly talk to each other the way that we should. And that's call each other on their... How many people used to get so excited when they got a sponsor? And how many times did you hear somebody say, why did you choose her? You know why I chose her, girl? She calls me on my bull. Right? Isn't that what everybody says? And were you excited by that? Today, it's like they're trying to take that from us, aren't they? I feel like. So we want to make sure that if you're not in a program, that you got to get something going. And if you haven't dealt with those deep-rooted issues, man, they will resurface. They're like the IRS. How many people try to ignore, Amanda, how many people try to ignore an IRS letter thinking it's going to go away? Amanda. I fixed it, don't worry. But I'm saying, remember, he was like, don't sit there like that. I love you. I love you. But it's like they don't go away. You know what I mean? They don't go away. And so what happens is those little deep-rooted issues, and they're really not little, so I don't mean to minimize, I apologize, but the deep-rooted issue starts to resurface on us, don't it? And then we have an old way about us, and there's this weird thing in our brain, which is kind of like the disease factor. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to study it more so that I see where does choice in the beginning become a disease in the end. You see what I'm saying? I think it kind of is working that way. And I might be off a little bit. Always open to debate. That's the most debatable question in the whole world of recovery, isn't it? It's almost like the spiritual question. Is there a God or not? You know what I mean? People love that debate. Is it a choice or is it a disease? I kind of feel like it's both. And as I evaluate it closely, Alicia, like the thing that I find is I made some choices in it. Like I knew what the hell I was doing. But there was also this inability to control that decision as well. Does that make sense? Am I saying that right? Without sounding like a goofball? Like I knew what the hell I was doing. Like, yeah. And once it sank in though, it was like that inability to turn it around didn't exist. There was no brakes. The brakes are out. The brake lines are busted. Once that thing, you know what I mean? No. Whoop. Right? I'm not good with sound effects, so. And that's so where we want to be this month is we want to get anybody that will participate with you. Let's try to identify what's really going on. When was the part, probably the magical question that we ask ourselves or a person that wants our help. I usually ask two things, I'm like, when was the party over? When did you realize the party was long over? And what was going on at that time? Because that usually begins the discussion, And a lot of times, man, you won't believe what happened to me, and you're like, there it is. That's what you want to hear. Man, you won't believe what happened. And when you get that information, is that, oh, I can't wait to tell everybody in the world? No. You don't want to do somebody like that, do you? Not in recovery. You don't want to be the reason somebody went back out after you started off trying to help them. That's like a loudmouth sponsor, isn't it? That's like a sponsor if they're, listen, I'm going to give you guys a lead, but it's not going to be mine. It's going to be my sponsees. You imagine going to a meeting? You know what I mean? I told a dude that once. I said, hey, the way you run your mouth on your sponsees, you might as well just get up there and start giving a lead at different meetings for them. Dude, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, I don't identify with it. Then send him to someone that does. You don't have to fix him. You don't have to do anything. You don't identify with him. That's great. It's okay. Do you know somebody like him though? Yeah, but then send him with him. Because it's got to be, addicts helping addicts is parallel. I don't care what scenario you're in. If it's AA, we love you. It's parallel, right? NA, same way. We love you. If it's, I got to just go to church and get into some Bible studies and some things like that, do it. There'll be other people like that. And as soon as you get to know people and open up a little bit, they'll open up right back. And it's a good feeling, right? So those are the things that we want to do this month. And I didn't bring you here to give you homework, but we are the only thing that is going to help change this if we pay attention. We are the ones that can. We are the addicts. Does that make sense? And sometimes we spend a lot of time trying to figure out what's wrong with everybody instead of what's right with them and redirecting them. We feel like you came to me, I have to be your fix-all, know-all, and that's just not true. That's like this being the only sober living program in the world that it's going to work. No, it's clearly not going to help some people. But boy, there's a lot of people it did, right? So those are the things that you want to do. Keep working on the ones that it does, and the ones that it doesn't, you should probably live over here. You know what I mean? And that's how we got to get our mindsets on helping people. Who's available to help people this month? That's what I'm loving, man. See, that's what it's all about. Because recovery teaches us two things. The first thing is to be maximum what? Service to others. And then the second thing is to be self what? Supporting. Do you know how good it feels to earn your own way for once? Dylan, we're trying to get Dylan there, but to get him to learn how to earn his own way, so that's self-supporting. You know what I mean? He's the only guy I know with 80, I think he's up to what, 82 speakers, right? Yeah. He's trying to get, Dylan wants you to know when he's leaving Crunch. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but maximum service to others and self-supporting, right? And that's what it's all about. Do you want to, and some of you are challenged, been challenged the last couple months, or yeah, going on a couple months now. And it's going to be more challenges. Once this challenge ends, we're going to be faced with what? Another challenge. And a different, this is just a hurtful challenge. You know, this one hurts. This one's a stinger. This is one of the stinger ones. You know, there's a challenge when your car breaks. There's a challenge when something else goes wrong. You know, the job doesn't pan out like you thought it would. Those are all little stingers. But when we do affect the things that affect our heart, those are the ones that hurt the most. So for all of you staying clean and sober, that's awesome. And anybody that you can help stay that way in the midst of their challenges, that's stinging their heart and they're too hard-hearted to mention it or admit it, help them still. You know what I mean? This isn't the time to go, I'm mad at you, I'm mad at you. You know, we gotta help the hard-hearted ones, right? We're supposed to pray for them the most. So do we feel like sometimes we just shut down, don't we? We have people that just shut down. And are they bad for shutting down? They don't know. If the whole world was filled with leaders, who would be followers, right? So not everybody's going to get this. Not everybody's going to take the sting the same way. Just like nobody recovered. It'd be nice if we could just stamp it, huh, Stephen? We could just stamp a cookie cutter. This is the recovery route. This is the way it works. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed up by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're good. You're fixed. Love you. Mean it. Let me know when you close on your house. Okay? It doesn't work like that, does it? So leadership, but there's a lot of leaders in here tonight. There is. There are true leaders in here tonight that are becoming inspired and aspiring to become the next level type leader. Does that make sense? Because some of you haven't even tapped into your potential. Like I'm watching some of you and I'm like, I can't wait to see what the next level holds for that person. If they let go. But we get back to dragging that baggage with us, don't we? So you've got to let it go. You've either put it away, destroy it completely, it's done and over with. I can't hang on to it. I can't look back. I can't change it. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Because if you sit and ponder on it, it will eat at you. It talks to you a lot. One of them is death. Death will eat at you too. You know, the big ticket items, death, molestation, those the weird things that happen. Those are the things that eat at you. You know what I mean? You've got to destroy it. There's always a positive message in even negative situations if you're willing to look for it. If you want to stay in the negative, you can. And don't get me wrong, to identify that this is negative. This is not what I like. This isn't my favorite thing to do. This isn't how I would normally do stuff, but this is my challenge, right? So it becomes a challenge. But we have to look for the end, right? So we have the positive to pull out of it. Yeah, if you write down a goal, you share it with someone, your chances of achieving it just increase from like 50 or 60% to the 90s by writing it down and sharing it with one other person. We sometimes don't want people to know, I don't like you to know that I went to 13 different schools to graduate. You know, it's great when you get to go from one family and you go kindergarten to 12, right? And you know kids that got to do that? Yeah, I hate them. All right? And so, oh, I went to the same school. Good for you, right? And then, or you see people, no, or like I had welfare. I didn't like it. And you guys, it was not EBT cards. It was colored money. Like it was neon, like these shirts. Like you're standing at a register with money that's the color of her shirt. You're peeling off a 5. It looks like a Get Mad neon page. You know what I'm saying? It was ugly. And you just have to stand, and here's the funny part. You just have to stand in a line. I swear to you, from here probably to that parking lot, with your mom, if she didn't have a sitter, you would have to stand in that line with her the day that was fundable, and you go in and she's signing her stuff. And I remember leaving with a little pack of money, right? All the paper money, brown 5s or 10s, whatever they were, right? And you have to stand, and you know what it is now? You know what building it is? It's where you pay your child support now. That was welfare back in the day. And it'd be lined up all the way around Fulton and High, all the way around that corner, almost over to Mound. Where people are getting in line to get their food stamps. And that peanut butter and their cheese, dude. Them blocks of cheese, right? Everybody remember blocks of cheese? God, I don't even like to talk about that cheese, dude. Open the refrigerator, my grandma have like 3 blocks of cheese. I'm like, how did you get 3? I don't even want to see 1. This is reality. Our cheese is the unsliced blocks from the government. Or powdered milk boxes. Remember the powdered milk box? No, oh God, that stuff was so gross. You mix it with water. That's how you got milk. It's like milk flakes that you mix with water. It was weird. I'm like, I'm not eating cereal then. God, this is where we're at. Can we get a gallon of milk? Where's the neon 5? Where's the neon 5, Mom? Right? I need a gallon of milk. So, no, you don't like people to know that part. And it's uncomfortable at first. It is. It's uncomfortable at first. Yeah. Or, a lot of you don't know, I had 7 stepdads. 7. I used to tease my mom, dude. I'd be like, so who's on the chopping block now, Elizabeth? Elizabeth Taylor. That's what I called her. Elizabeth Taylor. I'm like, who's on the chopping block now, Elizabeth? She's like, shut your mouth. Like that. My mom was gorgeous, a nice lady, control freak, and, she didn't, whatever, So I had a lot of stepdads, and I hated all of them. Okay, just so you know, it sucks. And that's baggage that I carried. You see what I'm saying? I had to deal with that. That wasn't my relationship. I can't take it that personal, Death. Yesterday was my friend that died a year ago. His anniversary. Found dead on the floor. That hurt. It's been a year already. That hurts, It's hard to talk about, You got to deal with it. You can't get drunk or high over it. It's not going to do anybody any good. But that's the reality of life. Those are challenges that you have to overcome. So there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people go through. And so I want you to be on the team this month, if you can, to just really try to get to the roots. Does that make sense? Don't just be your topical recovery person. Hey, how's it going? Oh, it's fabulous for me. Hide your depression that you're really feeling. Don't hide it. Don't hide the chapter that somebody's dying to know somebody else has. Say, you know what? My recovery sucks. You know why? Because of blocks of cheese. Like that. And they go, you got the blocks of cheese too, huh? I hated that. And the next thing you know, you're open to each other. Does that make sense? And you're actually helping somebody grow and talking about life.
That was Chuck Kirk and Get Mad here on Project 638. I'm telling you, drug and alcohol addiction are destroyers. And that's what sin does. Sin comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what it does to everybody who is suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. Yeah, it's a party for a minute, but once the party's over, what do you got? You don't have anything. But with God, you have everything more abundantly. With the blood of Jesus Christ covering our lives, we have love, we have compassion, we have life in abundance. I'm telling you, it's not a bad place to be. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get back to some more music right now with Pyrex and Raw Servant, Shut It Down.
Hold up. It's Pyrex. Raw Servant. We got us one.
It's the same thing, just a different day. Also hard, stay in charge, that's
I stay. Live life, no dice, that's the way I play. If you want it, you can get it today. Cause we on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
We on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
Man, we on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
We on.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Man, I'm on that. The Kembe way. You can't stop me. Check my resume. Lights out, game tight, game ready. You stack the chips against me, my deepest sympathy. Yeah, talk is cheap, boy. You gotta walk it out. Real G's in these streets know what I'm talking about. Game recognized, game got no time for fakes. If you fake, I can smell you like a mile away. And you know, and they know that I go hard. I don't ever back down, no. You can bring your entire squad. I will beat down all of y'all without no hesitation. You won't test my patience, come test my patience. Just know that the kid don't play. I Kevin Hart on you fakers, man, you gon' learn today. Hey. Man, it's the same thing, just a different day. Hustle hard, stay in charge, that's how I stay. Live life, no dice, that's the way I play. If you want it, you can get it today. Cause we on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
We on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
Man, we on.
Shut it. You know what it is, man. Shut it. It's probably shut it. Shut up. Listen. Pulled up. Jump down. Cock back. Pow pow. No games. Nah. It will go down. You beat me, you talking, you bluff. Remember I took you from nothing. Be covered and watch what you bumping. And then it get you in trouble. You don't wanna know the whole me. No, you don't. I'ma tell you like they told me. What they say? You reap what you sow, you keep what you stole. Get hit with it, don't be. Bow. Shut it down. You up, pound. Thumbs down. My time right now. I came from the tree for the bottle. I ain't never had a rope mouth. No, I ain't. Cocaine like a coke bottle. Do what you want when you pop it. I do you like I did you rock. I will. Question the killer, then drop. Here you go. Really don't matter, you like it. No, I don't. Calm down, homie, you excited too much. Yeah, right there is a no. Live too much on your mojo. Messing with me, that's a no-go. Look in my eyes, I'm stone cold. Killer. I don't know when that is realer. Try and do right for my children. What you gonna make me get with you?
It's the same thing, just a different day. Hustle hard, stay in charge, that's how I stay. Live life, no dice, that's the way I play. If you want it, you can get it today. Cause we on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
We on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
Man, we on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
We on.
Shut it down. Shut it down. I know what it costs, I know what I'm working. Grew into a boss ever since my birth. Ran into them laws, slinging all that work. They breaking different laws, it's a different dirt. A different skirt, a different bird, a different day, Being raw serving, you don't have no time to play. We had that chopper, you can't stop us, let us spray. You want it, you can get it, you don't have to wait.
It's the same thing, just a different day. Hustle hard, stay in charge, that's how I stay. Live life, no dice, that's the way I play. If you want it, you can get it today. Cause we on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
We on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
Man, we on.
Shut it down. Shut it.
We on.
Shut it
We
down.
on.
Shut it down.
That was Pyrex and Raw Servant with Shut It Down here on Project 638. I'm telling you, God's children comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes. Some tattoos, earrings, piercings. Don't judge a book by its cover. As the Bible says, you may entertain angels unaware. And what are angels? Angels are messengers of God. And that's exactly what each and every single one of us are. So you have the power to be an angel for someone else. Think about that. Whose angel are you being? All right, well, we're going to go ahead and continue with the program here on Project 638. And wrapping it up is James Garden, and you need to stop complaining.
There you go complaining. Look in the mirror. Who are you blaming? Head on the water. You ain't maintaining. Quit all the talking, 'cause you can change it. There you go complaining. Look in the mirror. Who are you blaming? Head on the water. You ain't maintaining. Quit all the talking, 'cause you can change it. Who you blaming? I don't know. How you maintaining? I don't know. Ain't nothing changing. I don't know. What is you saying? I don't know. You a Debbie Downer, let down. Won't be yourself, 'cause you're scared you're gonna get clown. I feel it, God all in your spirit. Watch you change your appearance. I dodge the hate, you endear it. I've been telling you how you could just make it. You heard my advice and you ain't really wanna take it. Took it for granted, I've been on this planet for about 30 years. My work worthy of these years. I tell you loud and clear till the day you feeling it. Stay humble, spread love, keep it diligent. As a man thinks, then a man is. Yeah, times get hard, there's some damn in. Yeah, but look at you still standing. Where'd you trust in God and how he planned it? Yeah. There you go complaining. Look in the mirror. Who are you blaming? Head on the water. You ain't maintaining. Quit all the talking, 'cause you can change it. There you go complaining. Look in the mirror. Who are you blaming? Head on the water. You ain't maintaining. Quit all the talking, 'cause you can change it. Now what you gon' do? You gon' change it up? Or you gon' act defeated, be faking fuss? Mad 'cause you didn't go and get it. Mad you put a cap on your limit. Stop that. Over there rolling, they trolling, planning to block that. Playing in the back of your mind, don't let them lock that. 'Cause at once you thought very well of you, but that self-talk transformed into a hellish view. I've been there, convinced myself I wasn't worth a tick on the clock, till I found my home like the click on the top. Pages of the word help me swerve back in my lane. So please, homie, let me just refrain from speaking death into my life. 'Cause you can speak for the rest of your life. Let me say it again, 'cause I don't think you feeling it. Stay humble, spread love, and keep it diligent. There you go complaining. Look in the mirror. Who are you blaming? Head on the water. You ain't maintaining. Quit all the talking, 'cause you can change it. There you go complaining. Look in the mirror. Who are you blaming? Head on the water. You ain't maintaining. Quit all the talking, 'cause you can change it.
That was James Garden with Complaining here on Project 638, and we're so glad that you came back with us here to join us for this powerful program of Get Mad. And they're located in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. You definitely want to reach out, get in contact with them, get in contact with us, and we can help connect you to them. That's what we do. We help people connect. We help people grow. We help to unify the body of Christ. But you know what? We need your support. 77ministries.tv, they're our parent company. And we encourage you to go to the website, visit 77ministries.tv. We're currently looking for new programs on this. So if you got a camera and you got everything, you wouldn't believe how easy it is to get started in Christian broadcasting with us. I mean, it's just an amazing place to be in God's kingdom, doing God's work. And I'm telling you, it's a powerful ministry. It's a powerful platform. We have a lot of people actually getting involved with us here. We got a lot of new things coming up. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of changes going on here at 77ministries.tv to help the churches grow better. You know, but we also need that financial support. We need that financial seed. We need your help to keep this thing going. Because after all, you know, the world doesn't run on good intentions. Wish it did. It would be nice. But we need your financial support. So go to our website, get a hold of us. You can go to project638media.com. You can go to 77ministries.tv. That is a website. you can go there and it's easy to donate to 77ministries.tv to help us keep this thing going, to help to keep this on the air. And not only that, to provide an outlet for Christian media, because that's what we need to do. So once again, my name is Art Ratliff here at 77ministries.tv, and we want to thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next week at the same time here on Project 638.
Is the most important thing in life what Brian thinks about you, or what the person next to you thinks about you, or what your family thinks about you? Or is the most important thing in life what God thinks about you? Hi, this is Brian. I'm the pastor here at Alexandria Baptist Church. We would love to have you come and worship with us, the risen Lord Jesus Christ. We meet on Sunday mornings at 9:30. Sunday school follows at 11 o'clock. It's a friendly, welcoming church, and we would love to see you guys here. Be blessed.
Hey everybody, I'm Pastor John.
And I'm Amanda.
And we want to welcome you to the Family Word Church in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. We are located at 410 22nd Street in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. So services start at Sunday a.m. at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Also, we have a Hour of Power. It's a Bible teaching series going on. My mother, Becky Baldwin, will be speaking, and that starts at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. So come and join us sometime.